Well, hello and welcome to another update video on driving with Kevin. So guys, I am on my way up to Okoboji, which is all the way on the complete other side of the state. It's about 5 hours away. I've been driving for about 2 hours, which means I got about 2 hours left. I'm sorry, almost 3 hours left. It's about 4 hours and 50 minutes-ish, somewhere in there. So I should be there probably about 5:45 if I don't stop. So, but yeah, I just wanted to drop my weekend update video, guys. Obviously, it's a long weekend. So first and foremost, happy Labor Day to everybody in the United States, I guess. I don't think they celebrate Labor Day in Canada. Or anywhere else in the world for that matter. I just wanted to give you guys an update on my weekend. It's gonna get a little long, so because I got a couple other things that I want to, a couple newsworthy items that I kind of want to drop in here too. So first and foremost, let's talk about live streams. So I'm gonna be starting a new thing with my live streams, and I kind of tested it this weekend, and I think I like it. Where I am going to essentially, when I start my night, I'm going to come online for about an hour or so, just to kind of, get you guys up to speed on the week, how I've done so far, interact with anybody who's on the stream for a little bit. You guys can kind of see me get my night started. And then I'm going to go offline, and then I'm going to come back on at bar. And there's a couple reasons why I want to do that. The main reason is because I know when I watch live streams, I want to see action. I want to see stuff going on. I want to hear what's going on in the car. I want to see what's going on in the car. That's part of the whole thing. So a lot of the times at the beginning of my live streams, there isn't much there. Most of the live streams get good toward the end. I also don't really want to have, 4.5, 5 hour long live streams on my channel. So, because I know no one's going to watch those all the way through, because that's a long effing live stream. So, sometimes I feel like having an hour and a half long live stream is a long ass live stream. So, because I know when I go back and I rewatch my live streams, I don't watch the whole thing. So, they get long, they get really long after a while. So I think that'll give everybody kind of what they want, and they'll, because we're always busy at bar, so that gives you guys a chance to really kind of, see everything in action and see how my night's going in real time, and so on and so forth. So the only thing I don't like about doing it like that with bar is that I'm so busy, I don't really have time to interact with you guys. So, but I will do so in between rides as time allows. So, that's my first order of business. Second, how'd this weekend go? Well, if you guys watched my live streams, you saw. Friday, hit a really good surge right around bar on Friday. Ended up getting a 10-minute ride on a 4.7. I've gotten longer than that on 4.7 before, but 4.7, 10-minute ride, that saved my night. It saved my whole damn night. I ended up making about 130 on Friday night, and I drove from 9:30 to about shortly after 2, I believe. Saturday night was the same shift. I drove about 9:30 until probably closer to 2:30. Actually, I think I took my last ride at 2:30. And I believe I made, for the entire day, which included like an hour or two of driving during the day, I believe I made somewhere in the vicinity of 180. Or 160 maybe, somewhere in there. So really, really good weekend. I made about $350 between the two apps for the entire weekend. I took a couple more rides this morning because I really wanted to get to $200 on Uber, which I did, 210. So 210 on Uber and about 143 on Lyft. So really, really good weekend. I'm very, very happy with it. Put about half of it away in the baby fund. So that's awesome. So I don't think I'll drive any more this week. And we'll get to that later. Kind of have news about that too. We'll get to in a minute. So that's that bit, and you guys like to hear stories and find out how I did, money wise, and so that's that aspect of it. So let's move on to Maestro. So you guys have been watching my channel for a while. You know that I am a very, very large advocate for Maestro. Okay, I love Maestro. I think it's a great program. I think it really does a good job of filtering rides. The filters are great. It gives you full autonomy, basically, to accept or reject anything that you don't want. So Maestro's been a little bit of a struggle. So a couple updates ago, they dropped a new update that was supposed to alleviate problems with compatibility issues with Lyft and also with Uber. And I noticed with that update, or before they dropped that update, I think it was like 1.13. Before they dropped 1.13, Lyft was I was noticing that Maestro was accepting everything that came through from Lyft. And so I was having to cancel rides because I remember it automatically accepted a ride to Galena one time, and that's 20 minutes from me. So I reached out to Maestro and said, hey, this happened to me today, and they said, okay, we're working on a fix, blah, blah, blah. So then they dropped 1.13, which fixed that issue. Except that it went the exact opposite direction. And now it won't accept Lyft rides at all. And so it's not accepting Lyft, whether it falls in the filter or not. And it also is either really slow or doesn't shut the other app off at all. So if you get an Uber, it doesn't shut Lyft off. If you get a Lyft, it doesn't shut Uber off. Really, really frustrating. And so 1.13 was supposed to address all the app compatibility issues. Sorry guys, still got a little bit of shit in my throat from my sickness. And so a lot of people were also reporting that Maestro was causing Lyft to crash, or Maestro was crashing itself. So they released 1.14. Now 1.14 is the update that implemented the screen capture. And the screen capture was put in place so that Maestro, instead of just reading the text, it actually sees the picture. This was supposed to eliminate any issues with accepting, auto accepting rides. Well, I'm on the 1.14 update, and as you guys saw during my live streams, it does well for the most part, but a lot of times quite a few of the Lyft requests get through. They squeak by. They don't get accepted. And the only issue with that, and this is where my big problem is that it literally freezes the Lyft app, so I can't even override and accept it myself. So by the time I push the button to accept and then it comes up, I've lost the ride because Maestro froze. Maestro caused Lyft to freeze or crash. So then I end up losing the ride. My acceptance rate fell below 50% for the weekend, due to Maestro having issues accepting rides. And It's really, really frustrating, okay? I really, really, really like Maestro, and I've been an advocate for it the entire time I've had this channel. Obviously, I still use referral codes. I still talk to people about it. You know, I really, really like Maestro. It's a great app when it's 100% functional. Okay? The problem is lately it hasn't been. And so in my infinite wisdom, I went on the Maestro Facebook page because they have Maestro has a Facebook page, but they also have a group. It's Maestro Uber Lyft drivers. And I was a member of it, and I basically posted in there that I've always been an advocate, and I'm growing frustrated with how long it takes for them to put out bugs to fix problems, or to fix issues when they identify them, and blah blah blah. And my next post that I put out was essentially advertising a competitor app, and I never used the app's name, not once, but I mentioned in there that the app is free and that it accepts rides and shuts the other app off flawlessly, and up to that point I did 6 or 7 rides and didn't have an issue. And I also wrote in there I didn't understand how a free app, an app that doesn't cost anybody any money, can do the job that people are paying Maestro to do. And the post got removed, and I know it got removed because people started sending me text messages, people started sending me Facebook messages asking me the name of the app because I didn't use the app. I didn't put the name in the post. So then I went in to go back to the group to verify that the post has been taken down, and I can't get to the group anymore. They kicked me out of the group and banned me from rejoining it. And I get it. I was upset, I was frustrated. I went from being a huge advocate to telling everybody to go download this app without using the name. And I understand. As you guys saw in my live stream last night, I was still using Maestro. I used it today. I used it this morning with no issues. I used it most of the day yesterday with no issues. I actually reached out to the creator of Maestro via Messenger this morning, basically just to issue an apology to him for what I said in the group and for pushing another app against his. Didn't get a response. Don't expect to get a response. I'm not trying to get back in the group. I just wanted him to know that I respect what they're doing at Maestro, and I know that they're working on fixing the issues. I explain that I do live streams and I advocate for the product, and then in the process of doing my live streams, the app fails. And then, I'm advocating for a product that just failed on a live stream. So, I'm going to continue to use Maestro because Maestro is a great product. It does do the job it needs to do. A lot of the issues that it has are not the fault of Maestro. They're more the fault of Uber and Lyft. So, I just want everyone to know that Maestro is a good app, and I love it, and you have to be patient when it comes to bugs, because they are working on them. It just takes time. Having said that, I can't afford to continue to miss ride requests because Maestro's not working properly. So, the aforementioned free app that I downloaded is called Rider Companion, or Ride Companion, I think it's called. It's not nearly as good as Maestro. It doesn't filter as well, but I did use it in my live stream last night. You guys saw it. It is super quick. It accepts the ride requests almost before I can even see them pop up. And usually I hear the chime and I look at it and it's already shut, it's already shut the other app off and accepted the ride that was, so like I get a Lyft request, and by the time I look at the screen, it's already got Uber shut off. So, and that's all I want Maestro to do. And I can't figure out why Maestro can't do it. I know they're working on it. Like I said, I would not use Ride Companion probably as a full-time deal. I wouldn't use it over Maestro in the long run. But I'm going to use it as a backup when Maestro is not working as it should be. So it seems like the busier it gets and the later at night it gets, the less likely it is to work. And it's frustrating. But I did hit a snag with Ride Companion last night. When I tried to go offline, it wasn't working properly. So that was frustrating. And so no app is perfect, I guess is the moral of that story. Yeah, I just want everyone to know that Maestro is a great app, and you know, if you drive Uber, Lyft, and if you use Postmates or whatever, DoorDash, I think we got DoorDash on there now too. Continue to use Maestro because it is a great app. Maximo I didn't like nearly as much. Ride Companion, like I said, works, but it's not as good. So yeah, so that's it on that piece. What else did I want to talk about? I wanted to briefly mention real quickly that Uber changed their payout week. So it used to be Monday at 4 a.m. or was it Tuesday? It was Monday. It was Monday at 4 a.m. to Monday at 4 a.m., which meant that was when your weeks went. So your week started Monday at 4 a.m. and ended the next Monday at 4 a.m. So that was essentially your earnings went from Monday to Monday. Now this is just Uber, okay? Lyft did not change theirs. So Lyft is 5 a.m. to 5 a.m. So Lyft is 5 a.m. Monday to 5 a.m. Monday. And Lyft has not changed theirs. But Uber decided instead of being 4 a.m. Monday to 4 a.m. Monday, they're going to do noon on Tuesday to noon on Tuesday. So this essentially adds all of your earnings on Monday to your week. So it just changes the way your week is set up. It doesn't change anything pay-wise. So if you get direct deposit, I get direct deposit, but I usually cash out before then. If you get direct deposit is still deposited on the same day it was before. You can still cash out at any time, just like now. The only thing it does, for some drivers, it'll change strategy. Because Monday's included in your earnings now too, instead of everything ending on Sunday. So that's it. And I also noticed that maybe this doesn't affect very many people, but Uber is doing away with referrals for riders. So essentially what that means is if you are referring people to use Uber as a service, not to drive, to use it as a rider, you used to get like cash bonuses. And I don't think they actually ever paid you straight cash. I think they just like applied it to rides. I think is how it went. So like you refer somebody, you get like $25 in cash bonus or something, or $5 per referral or something like that. And then you would just basically get $5 on your account to use toward a ride. They're still doing the same thing, except now they're calling it credits. So it's not really a cash bonus anymore. It's just like a credit. So if you refer somebody, you get a ride credit, which basically means you get a free ride. So you refer 2 friends, you get 2 free rides, etc., etc. So that's what they've done to change it. So instead of getting $5 toward a ride that, if it's a $10 ride, you're only paying $5. Now you're getting a credit, so if it's a $10 ride, you're not paying anything. You're getting the ride for free. So, yeah, that's it really. I think that's all I really have for today. So one last thing I wanted to mention, guys. You may have noticed if you read my descriptions on my videos, I have links, referral links for Lyft, for Uber, and for Maestro. And the last few videos, I've been dropping a GoFundMe link in there. I put that in there really because, you know, I know there's people that like to donate to GoFundMe pages to help people. I didn't put it in there to beg for donations. I didn't put it in there, you know, to, you know, basically say, well, you're a bad person if you don't donate. I didn't do that for that reason. So for those of you that saw the video, my wife and I are trying to have a child through the IUI process, and we did one procedure and it didn't work. So we have to do a second, and it's not that expensive, but right now we don't have the money to do a second one, and we really want to do a second one. We're actually not that far off. It's about $1,300 with everything, which includes the cost of the vials, shipping, and then the procedure itself. It's about $1,300. We did one procedure. We only paid $600 because they haven't billed us for the actual procedure yet. So we have enough money to purchase another vial, but I'm worried they're going to ask us for the money up front the second time. We only have enough to purchase like half a vial right now, if you break it down that way. Don't feel obligated. I just dropped that in there because we have a Facebook page, and we had somebody ask us if we had a GoFundMe, and when I said no, they asked if we could start one so they could donate. So I don't expect anybody to donate. I don't want anybody to feel obligated to donate. I just put it in there just in case. So I just wanted to kind of explain that so that you guys don't think, oh, this guy's begging for donations. I'm not. Just if anybody wants to help, I just put it in there just in case. But also keep in mind, guys, I don't get paid for YouTube because I don't have enough subscribers. So we are growing. I'm at 55 as of this morning. So, but I have to have 1,000 before I can be monetized. So it's a long way to go. 900 and God, I can't do the math today. 945 more. So, yeah. But on that note, guys, I am going to end this. Oh yeah, one more quick thing. My video last Friday where I asked you guys for ideas, I got a lot of good ideas out of that. So thank you for doing that. Really appreciate it. Never be afraid to ask me to do a video on a certain topic, because I will. Just leave me comments. Doesn't necessarily have to even be on that video. You can leave it on any video that I post. Leave me a comment. I am very receptive, very responsive. At the very least, every single comment I get, I give a like to, and I try to respond to everyone. So please never feel hesitant to leave me a comment, or, you know, talk to me about something, you know, or whatever. I'm getting questions on my videos every day now because I'm getting more and more views on videos and things like that, and you know, I'm more than happy to help you guys out. That's why I made this channel. So yeah, so I'll be kind of diving into those. I'll be dissecting some of those. Some of them are going to work for me, some of them aren't. There are some topics that were suggested that I'm not going to be able to do. There are some that don't apply to me. There are some that, like my market doesn't have Uber Pool, for instance. So I'm not going to do a video on Uber Pool because I don't know Uber Pool. My market doesn't have it. I've never had anybody throw up in my car, so I can't really talk about cleanup because it's never happened to me. You know, just as an example, you know, does anybody really care how to maximize my earnings in Dubuque? You know, probably not, but maybe it's worth it. I've already done a video about how to maximize earnings. So specific to my market I could do, but I don't know. I mean, small market wise maybe, but I don't know. So there were a lot of good ideas there, and I'll kind of go through them and do the ones that I feel are relevant. Somebody suggested to meet my wife. I'll have to see if she's willing. I don't know. I'll have to talk to her about that one. So anyways, I think that'll do it for today, guys. Like, subscribe, favorite, comment, share, all the other good stuff. Have a happy Labor Day, and hope everybody has a great week. That's gonna do it, guys. I may stop by my brother's grave up here when I visit my buddy, and may do a quick video on it. I don't know, we'll see. But outside of that, a couple of videos later this week, maybe. Live streams next week like normal. So take it easy, guys. Uber, Lyft on, be safe out there. Peace.